Picture this scenario: someone you love and respect suddenly humiliates you in front of everyone, just for a laugh. And instead of lashing out, you bide your time, quietly plotting the perfect revenge. Not with fists, not with anger, but with patience and a video game glitch. This is a story of how one son-in-law got even with his father-in-law in the most hilarious, unexpected way possible. If you've ever been wronged and wish karma would step in, smash that like button, subscribe, and get ready. Because this revenge, it's the definition of patience pays off. The holidays of 2021 were in full swing in Philadelphia. Snow blanketed the streets. The smell of roasted turkey filled the air, and laughter echoed to the living room of the Daniels family home. I was there with my wife, Emma, her sister, and their parents. It was a kind of family gathering where everyone jokes, eats too much, and as the night goes on, drinks a little more than they probably should. Now, I'm usually the designated driver. I don't mind. I actually like keeping a clear head, especially when everyone else is getting a little wild. That night, things started lighthearted. Emma and I were teasing each other about something silly, a debate about the best strategy in a video game we both loved. She insisted her method was flawless, and I, of course, made my mission to prove her wrong. It wasn't even about the game. I just loved winding her up playfully. Her father, Mr. Daniels, who had definitely had a few too many drinks, wandered over. With a mischievous grin, he chuckled at our back and forth. Then he leaned in and said, "Here's how you deal with your husband." And before I could react, wham! He playfully jabbed me right below the belt. Now, let's be clear. He wasn't trying to hurt me. It wasn't a full-force punch. But guys, you know, even the lightest hit down there can send you reeling. I doubled over, wincing, trying to laugh it off while clutching my stomach. Everyone else roared with laughter. To them, it was just a goofy drunken prank. To me, it stung not just physically, but emotionally. Mr. Daniels quickly apologized, slurring something about it being a joke. He even offered to let me hit him back. But I just shook my head. I smiled politely, but inside I thought, no, I'll get you back. And when I do, you won't see it coming. Fast forward a month later. It's January 2022 and Pokémon Legends Arceus had just been released. Now, here's something important. Mr. Daniels and I actually share a love for Pokémon. We bonded over before. I had been hunting shiny Pokémon for years. It was my thing. Hours spent grinding, searching, trading. So when I got my hands on the new game, I raced through it. I beat it faster than anyone else in the family. And that's when I stumbled upon something strange. While playing with my prized shiny Giratina, I discovered a bizarre glitch. If that specific Pokémon used the move Shadow Sneak, it didn't just fail, it crashed the entire Nintendo Switch system. Not just a game, the whole console would freeze, forcing you to restart. And instantly I knew, this was it. This was my revenge weapon. Weeks later, the family gathered again, this time at Emma's sister's house. We were all sitting around, switches in hand, trading Pokémon, battling, chatting. I casually offered to share some of my shinies with them. I've got plenty. I lied. In truth, shinies are rare, and I had worked hard for every single one. But I wanted to look generous, to lower any suspicion. Then, with the most innocent smile, I turned to Mr. Daniels. "Hey, I think I got something you'll love, a shiny Giratina." His eyes lit up like a kid on Christmas morning. "No way," he said, grinning from ear to ear. I traded it to him. He was thrilled. To him, it was a trophy, rare, powerful, beautiful. To me, it was a ticking time bomb. And then, I waited. Weeks passed, then months. Honestly, I forgot about it after a while. Life moved on. Work kept me busy, and I didn't think much of the prank I had set in motion. Until one evening, back at another family get-together, Mr. Daniels started venting loudly. "I don't know what's going on with my Switch. It keeps crashing on me. I've reinstalled games. I've rebooted it. I've tried everything. But whenever I play Arceus, boom, it freezes again." I bit my lip, struggling not to laugh. Then casually, as if it had just crossed my mind, I asked, "Hey, is it happening whenever you use Shadow Sneak with that Giratina I gave you?" The room went silent. Mr. Daniels froze, staring at me, and then I leaned back, smirked, and said softly, "That's for that little low blow back in December." For a moment, he just blinked. Then he burst out laughing. Not a polite chuckle. Full, uncontrollable laughter. He slapped his knee, tears welling in his eyes, and said through his laughter, "Oh my God, I wasted real time on that. I respect the long con." The whole family joined in, shaking their heads, calling it brilliant. Even Emma, who normally scolded me for being petty, admitted, "Okay, that was pretty clever." And the best part? Days later, articles started popping up online about the very same glitch. Mr. Daniels saw them and shook his head, grinning at me. "You got me good." That moment was pure satisfaction. I hadn't raised my voice. I hadn't argued. I hadn't hit back physically. Instead, I let patience and creativity do the work. The humiliation I felt that night in December? Balanced. Justice served. And the fact that he laughed about it, respected it even, that made the victory even sweeter. Sometimes the best revenge isn't about anger or retaliation. It's about cleverness, patience, and timing. And when you can turn someone's careless prank into a lesson they'll never forget, that's karma with a sense of humor. If this story made you smile, smash that like button and let me know in the comments. What's the funniest or most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? Don't forget to subscribe for more true stories of karma, revenge, and poetic justice. Until next time, stay sharp, stay patient, and remember, sometimes the sweetest payback takes time.